How's it going, everybody? Chadley here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about today's July 9th, 2020 hotfixes. Now, today there's really not much that was actually fixed. Right now, all that was fixed was a patched hole in the atrium of the Bounty of Blood campaign add-on to prevent players from busting through the wall and seeing the other side. Then also addressed a reported concern that some damage effects from the Lucky 7 sometimes did not function after exiting Iron Bear. Now, so if those were applying to you, those have now been fixed. I personally have never seen those. But the main part about this hotfix notes that interests me is that some players have expressed an interest in shields that do damage to enemies being scaled with Mayhem. So this is like Novas and things like that, spike shields. And they are looking to add Mayhem scaling to those shields in a future update, which that kind of concerns me because if that happens, then enemies are going to have to do Mayhem 10 damage, and that's actually the case right now. So if we read a little bit further, while assessing, we noticed that changes that allowed Mayhem gear to spawn in chests and vending machines also applies to the guns that spawn with enemies. This result in Mayhem 10 enemy weapons doing Mayhem 10 damage to its target. So if you guys have noticed, you are taking a ton of damage right now. As a flak player, like, I especially noticed this. And then also when the patch came out, I even tweeted about being basically insta-killed all the time, basically playing all players. I especially noticed it on Amara for whatever reason, but this makes so much sense because you will seriously get hit 2 to 3 times by just a low-level commando and just be at your health gate. And then obviously if you're flak, there's not much you can do at that point. So I think it's really good to see that there's an actual reason for it and that they are aware of it. Now, how they are going to fix it, I'm not really sure, because I actually do not want them to scale shields to Mayhem level unless at the same time they can scale health to Mayhem level. Because if it's only a change to the shield values instead of health, people like flak are going to be a huge disadvantage. Like, you guys already know how much of a disadvantage flak is at right now with all of his health regen stuff being bugged, and then also his obviously not having lifesteal. So then if enemies can just basically 1 to 2 tap you into your health, I think that's just going to continue to be a huge problem even if we do get higher Mayhem shields. So I would really like to see them fix it and make it so enemies do Mayhem 0 damage and we stay with M0 shields and M0 health. Now, if that comes at the cost of shields effects not really doing damage, like Novas and spikes and all that kind of good stuff, I think that's something I could deal with. Now, obviously, I would like for those things to do damage, but for right now, I would take just an overall balance to the game and just give up kind of one way to maybe make a build that could maybe work, but I don't even know if those would be that great, even if they did get scaled. But otherwise, we're just gonna have to wait and see what Gearbox decides to do to fix these things, and we're probably gonna have to wait at least a month until the next patch to see if they can figure out how to fix it. And if not, I really don't know what they're gonna do, because if they can't figure out how to fix it, they're probably just gonna have to scale shields to Mayhem level, which I would not be a huge fan of. But like I said, we're just going to have to wait and see. But yeah, overall, the hotfixes this week is super light. I've never even noticed those 2 changes that they did. But kind of what to expect for the future is much bigger in terms of these hotfix notes and that Mayhem scaling with the enemy damage and shields. So I'm really excited to see what they do. Also a little nervous at the same time. But guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video to let me know. If you guys want to see more Borderlands content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys over on Twitch. We stream every single night right around 7 p.m. Central Time. But have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. See ya.